Welcome to Tackle Talk Live, dedicated to making you a better fisherman. Proudly brought to you by our sponsors: The Boat Shop, 3J's Fourway, Pride Rods, Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle, The Lakes Insurance Agency, Lone Star Bass Trail, V&M Baits. Now on to your hosts, Ranger Daiwa Pro Staff Steve Graff and V&M Baits President Kevin Jean.
That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah, you just heard it. Welcome to Tackle Talk Live. I'm Ranger Daiwa Pro Staff for Steve Graff, along with V&M General Manager and President Kevin Jean, and we got a short show today. It's not going to be a big long show, but we got a guest on that did really well at Sam Rayburn this weekend. Even though the water's still over 10 feet high, you can still go catch fish at Rayburn, and he's going to tell you how he caught them. He had 3 fish, over 16?
16 pounds exactly.
So that's 3 4-pounders basically.
Well, he had an 8.
An 8 does go a long way.
An 8-pounder helps. But, Steve, the Outlaw Outdoors Father's Day Tournament had a great turnout. Sunday had 123 teams, I believe. Decent weights caught for the way the water, the water's so high right now, and it's falling. It is coming down.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's a slow fall.
It is. It's a slow fall, but it's falling. So at least we're going in the right direction. But some good weights caught by what I'm understanding. A lot of fish caught. So kind of break down and hear from Joe and talking to him earlier this morning. He's caught some good fish in the past couple of weeks in some other tournaments and lost some good fish too.
Right.
So really anxious to kind of hear him break it down, exactly what he's doing and this, that, and the other. Also Saturday I went out to Toledo. Spent about half a day out there on Saturday. Caught some fish. Caught some fish as the day went on, got tougher. But early that morning, I tell you what, first thing in the morning, it's not hard to get bit on Toledo.
Frog bite?
I don't know. I never went up shallow. I stayed out deep, on the points and everything. And there's plenty of fish out there. Like I said, the early morning bite is really good on Toledo Bend right now. So fishing's good on both lakes right now. So, get out and go enjoy yourself.
And now that I don't have anything coming up till, I guess, August 21st, I'll tell you, some things that I've been doing at Sam Rayburn, catching a lot of fish. Caught 30, 40 last time I went out. And me and a buddy of mine, and I'll tell you exactly what we were doing because nothing's happening. If you need to go catch some fish, I can tell you how to do it. And but we'll talk about that and much more right here today on Tackle Talk Live. And first of all, though, we got some great sponsors that we've got to give some recognition to right now.
The newest sponsor so far, the last 2 months here, Toledo Health, is located on Highway 6 near Toledo Town. Full-service primary care and acute care clinic. Nurse practitioners Jarrett Rule and Melissa Vines bring quality health care that's convenient to the area. Appointments available and walk-ins are always welcome. They treat it all from fish hook removal to chronic conditions, so give them a call at 318-508-5323, located just east of Toledo Town, 11340 Texas Highway in Manning.
There's so many circuits, especially starting in January, that you can fish. Team circuits, individual, pro-ams, whatever you want to fish, it's available. But in the fall, things kind of slow down. A lot of circuits, hunt. They don't do the fall thing because everybody's in the woods hunting. Well, there's one organization that has a fall circuit that you might want to check out, Lone Star Bass Trail. It's an open team series. They will have one on Toledo Bend this fall starting September the 12th. And there's 4 tournaments, 5 including a championship that'll be held December 19th. And so check it out, Lone Star Bass Trail starting this fall. It'll actually kick off in September. But if you're looking for something to do, you're not a big-time hunter and still want to fish some tournaments, hey, jump in this. And Toledo Bend, as Kevin's alluded to already today, it's fishing pretty good. And I think this fall
I
it's
expect
going to
the
be
fall
better.
to be really good.
Yeah, I would
really
agree.
do.
I would agree.
And the Boat Shop. Mr. Raymond Kidd and his staff take great pride in keeping your boat and motor performing at its best. A certified Yamaha dealer and full support Garmin dealer offering the best in electronics and the new Garmin trolling motor. Stop by 2410 Sanford Avenue in Shreveport and let the Boat Shop take care of all your boating needs. Give them a call at 318-402-0399 or go to shreveportboatshop.com.
And while Kevin's trying to get Joe on the phone, I just kind of want to make everybody aware. I've been asked and actually honored to do some articles that I've been writing. It's called Angler's Perspective. It's on the Journal. It's an internet magazine called The Journal. There's different parishes. There's Natchitoches. There's Webster. I'm not sure if Sabine, but I know Lincoln. There's Jackson Parish up there around Jonesboro Hodge. Anyway, there's the Journal is coming to you in your neck of the woods sometime soon, but I am doing some articles on those, and I give you my perspective as a bass angler on different things from who's the greatest bass fisherman of all time to, women in bass fishing to my experiences as a kid and growing up fishing. So I encourage you to tune us in, read them, go online. You can go to the Natchitoches Parish Journal for sure, or the Lincoln Parish Journal, and see copies of those. There, I post them every Friday, and so if you're looking for something to read and some good information, I think you'll enjoy it. The Journal, check it out. All right, on the phone, we got Joe Wilkerson, and Joe joins us after winning the Father's Day tournament, Outlaw Outdoors tournament over there at Sam Rayburn. And Joe, that's a pretty good Father's Day gift, man.
Oh yeah, it was awesome time.
Joe, how many? I know they had a really good turnout. Wasn't it 120-ish teams or so?
123.
Yeah. So you guys, it's a 3-fish tournament. At the beginning summertime, Outlaw Outdoors always go to a 3-fish tournament. So you guys had 3 fish for 16 pounds, anchored by a big fish of, I believe, 832, correct?
823 or something like that.
Right. So you had another 8 pounds and 2 fish?
Yes, sir.
2 fours or too close to 4? Or did you have another big one?
One a little over 4, and the other one was almost bumping 4.
Okay.
Now, Joe, did your big fish come out deep, or was it a shallow fish? Well, I mean, or did you kind of mix it up, shallow and deep, on this event?
Well, our plan was to mix it up shallow and deep, and start off shallow and then head deep, and which we did that plan, but just didn't get no big bite out deep, so big bite was shallow.
Huh. So
now, when you say shallow, I mean, we're saying 10 to 15 is shallow on
right
Sam
now,
Rayburn right now, right, Joe?
12 feet.
12 feet, yep.
Yeah. And did you find that a lot of your bites came in that 12 to 14 foot range?
Yeah, all of our big bites was in 12 foot.
Yeah.
Joe, are we? And a lot of people's catching a lot of fish over there right now, but it's really tough to get that consistent big bite. Are you flipping? Are you throwing a moving bait up shallow? I mean, what are we doing up shallow?
We're flipping.
Okay. Now, is it soft plastic? Are you doing a jig? I mean, what are we doing here?
It's a soft plastic beaver style bait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you throw any big worms at all?
It's out deep.
Yeah. Did you?
Deep being 15 to 22.
Yeah.
Now, during practice, we had several 5s and 4s and out in that range, and we thought that was actually going to be the ticket, but tournament day, I don't know if that little bit of cloud cover, we got bit when the clouds moved out deep, and we had a pair of doubles on one time, a pair of 2/8s, and that was the biggest fish we caught out deep.
Yeah. Joe, so you caught the 8 and just let's call them 2 4s up shallow. Is this kind of one area, or is it just going down the bank flipping and catch one here, come one there, or do you kind of got a little area that you got some tucked away?
I got a little area.
Yeah.
The live scope helps you find these fish in the trees, and when you find them, they're in a little group,
Right.
Now, did you throw a spinnerbait or mid-range crankbait at all, Joe, or did you pretty much stick to flipping and pitching?
Pretty much stuck to pitching and flipping because that's where the big bite was at.
Yeah. Joe,
you could pitch some out, but they'd be a pound and a half, 2 pounder. Most everything was cooked in packs in the bushes.
Yeah. Right. Oh, another question I got. Can you get under the bridge? I've heard different people say, no, you can't. Yeah, you can. Or no, you can't. I mean, what is it? Can you get under the bridge from Castledine, Castle Boykin and go south? Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do it. And last weekend I had my stern glide in, and it drug under the bridge, but I had about a foot clearance when I went under it this time. So
yeah, okay.
It's been dropped another foot or so.
Yeah.
Did you fish the tournament on Saturday, Joe?
No, we opted out of that and then took my son white perch fishing on Toledo Bay.
Hey,
we were just going to save our fish and for Sunday.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about that white perch fishing.
Yeah, let's go to Toledo Bend now.
Joe's a hammer on Toledo as well. I was at Toledo on Saturday, Joe, and I got to Cypress Bend about 6:45, and there was already 30, 40 boats in park lot. No tournament going on. There was more party barges there, not party barges, white perch barges there than there was bass boats.
Right.
The white perch.
I noticed that too.
The white perch fishing on Toledo Bend is unreal right now.
Oh, really?
How many did y'all catch, Joe?
We didn't catch but 20, and we didn't get out there till about 9. It was still, and then we didn't stay out there too long. And he caught them 20 playing with my Garmin, and he was ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I idled around a little bit Saturday, or a good bit Saturday, actually. And, man, the brush piles is freaking loaded with white perch.
They are.
Now, Joe, what else do you fish? I mean, do you fish any other stuff like ABA or any of the team trails?
I fish Bass Chance, Texas Team Trail, anything I can get in. But, I work in the oil field, so my time's kind of split up,
Yeah.
You can't go for much of a championship on anything or points because I'll be at work,
Joe, what do you think about the shootout moving to September? Are you going to be able to fish that?
I hope I can.
I got you. That should be a good time of year over there.
If I'm in, I'm fishing.
Is that going out of Castle Boykin or Humphreys?
It's going to go out Humphrey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
Well, Joe, man, congratulations on a great win. I know you guys. I know you said you've been on some good fish over there. I mean, just haven't been getting them in the boat. 3 fish for 16s. I mean, that's a heck of a day. Absolutely. What would your 5-fish stringer have been?
I would have been around 22, 23 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, did you catch a bunch of fish? I mean, how many are you catching in a day, or are you just getting quality?
No, we're catching it quite a bit of numbers. Rayburn's got a lot going on it right now. I hear people saying it's fishing tough, but man, I went down to the Mid-Lake range, and in every front of every creek, if you're there early in the morning, they're schooling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know I was
the top water bait and go to town.
Yeah, I know. I was over there the week before your event, Saturday, and I'm telling you, we caught 35 or 40 fish, and it wasn't trouble catching fish. It was how big they're going to be.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of 2-pounders, 10.5, and you don't get too many. I say you don't get too many quality bites slipping. You might, but you just don't know because you lose about half of what you set the hook on.
Yeah, especially when that sun gets up, they get tight in them bushes.
Oh, yeah, and hey, a 12-foot tall tree bush, it's got limbs sticking out all different kind of ways.
Exactly.
That's a whole lot of bush to bring that fish through, isn't it?
Yeah, they really ain't bushes. They're trees.
Yeah, that ain't too. My brother called it, and it sounded like he had an alligator on up in there. Dive up in there and get it out.
Well, Joe, thank you, man. We appreciate you. And, again, congratulations. And hopefully, maybe, again, we'll talk to you again soon. And good luck and good fishing, man.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. That's Joe Wilkerson. And, again, he was the winner of the Father's Day tournament, the Outdoor Outlaws series over there that they do. They're always putting on different type events like that, Kev, special events. And
man, I love that tournament. That is one of my favorite tournaments to fish that I've ever fished, that Father's Day tournament. Wasn't able to fish it this year. Me and my stepdad have fished that several times as his Father's Day's gift that I've given to him over years past and done well in it. But, man, it's a fun tournament, and most of them there, dads are there with their kids. And it's just, it's a really, really good tournament. Great job outdoors.
Well, one thing he just talked about, Kevin, and when you're over there at Rayburn now, your concept, when you see a tree sticking up out of the water, your impression is, okay, there's a bush. Well, it's really not a bush. It's the top of a 12-foot willow tree or the top of a 12-foot cypress tree. It looks like a bush, but as he pointed out, when you throw that bait down in there, it's got to go through a bunch of limbs to get to the bottom of 12 to 14 foot, and it's a tree you're actually fishing. You're not really fishing buckbrush.
And Steve, he brought up using his live scope, and one thing I like to do with my live scope in those conditions is you're not only seeing where the fish are positioned at, in the tree and around the tree, but I like to use it to see where all the limbs are sticking out to find my best angle.
Oh, no doubt.
To get to the tree so I can get the fish out. So if I'm going, if I'm parallel in the bank and there's a big tree here and I check my live scope and there's a bush coming off this way, I'm not going to flip past the tree and now I got to bring him over this way. So I'm going to go around that limb that's underwater that I can't see other than using my live scope to have the right angles to flip the tree.
Yeah, because basically what you're fishing is the original shoreline at Sam Rayburn right now. That seems to be where the bass are located. They haven't. There are a few fish that are pulled up in the shallows just like they do anywhere else, but the majority of the fish right now, I feel like, are out on the outer edge where the original grass line, the original shoreline used to be. That's where they're still hanging out.
And it's a slow fall, but it is falling a little bit. So it's sucking, it's kind of slowly sucking those fish that are in shallower on out a little bit. So, but I one thing I did hear from Joe that I haven't heard many people talk about is the deep bite starting up over there.
That's true.
I haven't heard a lot about that going on. So that's interesting. I'm wondering if a lot of those fish, last weekend we talked to Todd, and he talked about all those deep fish are basically up there in that 12 to 14 foot of water on the edge of the trees. So I'm wondering if those fish now are starting to move on out, that the water's dropping. So
and that could be. And another question I wish we'd have asked Joe, did he catch his big fish early? Because what I found my last 2 trips to Rayburn, I'm usually getting my better bites, the 3 and 4 pounders, before 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, those fish become scarce. They become hard to catch. I think it's because they get really tight in that cover. And if you do hook on, you just pray you can get them out. But that may be something. That's probably what's going on. The bigger fish, because some of the better bites I had were actually out on the edge of the tops, or the edge of the trees, where the 3 and 4 pounders early in the morning before that sun got up by 8 o'clock. That's where my better bites came from. Wasn't actually in the bush. They were actually a little bit away. So, but anyway, if you're looking to go to Sam Rayburn, find that original shoreline, get on it, stay on it, pick up anything from a V&M J-Bug to whatever your favorite small. I'm telling you, the J-Bug has been really good, catching a lot of fish on that. What else? Now, my partner did throw a big worm. He threw a big worm behind me, especially when the sun got on up, and he caught some fish on it as well. And same deal, red bug, plum apple. Those are all your red color worms. They're all doing. You can catch fish on them right now. I mean, we did stay with either 1/2 ounce or 3/8 ounce slip sinkers. That's what we stayed. We stayed pretty heavy most of the time. I went to a quarter one time and they just didn't get the bite, so I went back to the heavier weight, started getting bites again. So, but anyway, if you want to go to Rayburn and have a good time, you can do it. And as Kevin has said, and hopefully now we're fixing to be in a little bit of a dry spell, and that water will continue to fall. And
as it drops, it's going to take it's going to relieve some pressure off those shoreline fish. As Joe alluded to, a lot of those fish are starting to move offshore. So we'll have some offshore fish now, some fish still on the shoreline. So take a lot of pressure off every boat that's going down the bank, going down the shoreline fishing now. Some of them fish out, so it's going to take a little bit of pressure off. I think the fishing will get better on Rayburn as that water continues to fall. And as everybody has said, nobody's having problems catching numbers on Rayburn right now. It's just catching quality. But I think that fishing will just get better as it goes on.
I agree. All right, next thing, we got some sponsors. 3J's Fourway, a store within a store and a great place for lunch with an awesome deli. Best fried chicken in the South. 3J's Fourway offers gas, food, ice, but Cypress Knee Outdoors offers a great selection of hunting and fishing gear, products from Sandtone, Strike King, Spro, Gamakatsu, and the #1 soft plastic baits on the planet, V&M Baits. Hunting supplies from Primo, guns from Winchester, Remington, and Mossberg, along with a great selection of ammunition. And you might want to stock up on that this summer before everybody starts heading to the store to pick up ammunition for hunting season. Now's a good time to do that. Stop in and say hello to John Abraham and his staff at Cypress Knee Outdoors, located inside 3J's Fourway, 1 mile east off I-49, exit 127 off I-49. Give them a call at 318-238-HUNT.
Pride Rods, custom rods built in Montgomery, Texas. The finest rods ever made by Mr. Billy Kistler, constructed with the finest North Fork composite blank by Gary Loomis. They carry a complete line of spinning and casting rods for both freshwater and saltwater applications. Pride Rods pass not only the eye test, but performance as well. Ask your local tackle dealer if they carry Pride Rods and pick one up to try it out for yourself. To learn more, go to priderods.com or give them a call at 832-418-6040.
And if you're headed for Toledo Bend or Sam Rayburn, make sure you stop in Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle. Guys, they got great selection of bait and tackle right there on the shelf, fully stocked pegs. Keith does a great job of trying to keep his pegs full. Ben Matsuba is in there needing information. Ben's a great fisherman, fishes the lake a lot. Both lakes he fishes, both of them. High-level fisherman, former Elite Series pro. Ben will point you in the right direction, too, as to what's going on both Toledo or Rayburn. He keeps up with both of them. So, but stop in there at Keith's Tackle, located Highway 21 west of Toledo Bend, just across the Pendleton Bridge. If you're coming from Louisiana, it's on your left. If you're coming from Texas, it's on your right before you cross the bridge. Can't miss it. Check it out. Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle.
And happy birthday to Keith today. Today is Keith's birthday, so if you're going by Keith's Tackle, drop in, tell him happy birthday, tell him the guys from Tackle Talk Live said happy birthday. I think he's 93, 94
is
today.
He really?
I forget exactly what age Keith is at, but it's 93, 94. It's on up there.
Bring him a cupcake with a candle. He'll really appreciate that as well. So, anyway.
The Lakes Insurance Agency, independent insurance agency that has been taking care of Texans' insurance needs for 25 plus years, offering auto, homeowners, boat, recreational vehicle, life, health, and commercial insurance. The owner, Clark Moore, is a local guide and tournament angler who understands your insurance needs as a boat owner and wants to be your go-to guy. Give him a call for a free quote at 936-205-4467 or stop in at 805 Southeast Stallings, Suite 3 in Nacogdoches, Texas.
And kind of recapping the Tackle Warehouse, the MLF Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit, good friend of ours, good friend of the program, great Toledo Bend guide, a guy that's on his way up and making his mark on the tour. Justin Cooper had a 6th place finish. Kevin, I don't know how much Kevin watched, but I watched a little bit of it. They did a lot of spotlight and had Justin on quite a bit on camera. And it was just good to see one of our local guys, between him and Daryl Gleason, doing as really well as they are. Randy Despino, I think, had a pretty good tournament.
Yep,
Nick LeBrun finished 33rd
Nick did well
in this event. And so our local guys kind of stepped it up a little bit here. But Justin's really done a great job. And I'm not sure he's after Rookie of the Year, but he's up there in those standings. That pumped him up there.
That propped him up to top 5, I believe, in Rookie of the Year standings. But also what this did, Steve, so they take the top 4 Tackle Warehouse pros from each event. Those top 4 pros get to fish the next Bass Pro Tour event.
Yeah.
The MLF guys. So Justin finished 6th, but he was 4th among Tackle Warehouse pros because Michael Neal and Adrian Avena finished above him. They're already on the Bass Pro Tour.
Oh, okay.
So Justin gets to fish the next Bass Pro Tour event, which will be where they have an event this week. He's not fishing that one. Champlain, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lake Champlain with Kevin Van Dam and all of those guys, the Bass Pro Tour guys. So Justin qualified to fish that one event from his top 4 finish in this event. I know he's extremely excited about that. Something I know Justin had a goal to do at the beginning of the year, and he's achieved that goal, and he'll be going to fish that Bass Pro Tour event in the next month or so, and I know he's extremely excited about that. And if he does well in that, Steve, I mean, it's going to open the door for him. The guys, the announcers, everything love him. They say Justin does a great job. Marty Stone texted me during the event while Justin was on. He's like, man, this guy's doing a great job. He's got a great future, and this is coming straight from Marty himself. I know they're in love with him there and excited about what Justin's future has to come. So.
Well, good deal. Again, congratulations, Justin. We're we're behind you, bud. So get after it out there. All right, tournament results. I think, Kevin, I don't know if you have any results. I don't have them with me.
I've got them right here. Let's go over the Outlaw Outdoors Father's Day tournament. So, of course, Joe and Halleck Wilkerson won the event with 16 pounds. Cole Stewart and Timothy Stewart had 3 fish for 1577. They didn't weigh a big fish, so they had 3 good ones.
Yeah.
And Cole did well in the tournament the day before on the Saturday. Bob Vogt, Andy Vogt had 3 fish for 1612. Bradley Odom, Allison Odom had 3 for 1403. And 5th place, Michael Swallow and Jackson Swallow had 3 for 1366.
What did it take to get a check?
The last check was 1073.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, the quality's starting to show up a little bit, Steve. There's no doubt about that.
And again, I don't think people are having trouble catching fish unless they're just not completely locked in on what's going on. But I'm telling you, if you get on that original shoreline, you're probably going to catch some fish.
No, and I had the results here from this tournament on Saturday. Let me see if I can get them back up. The Rusty's team tournament circuit. It was Saturday, and I'm trying to pull up the results. I had it here, and I have done lost it. So let me see here.
And just so those of you that don't know, ABA Open Series this past weekend was canceled on Saturday, and it has been rescheduled for August the 21st. So if you're looking to get in that, it is the final Open Series event for the 2020 season, and so there's only one remaining in that. And then, of course, also we alluded to last week the new, I think, TTO team tour that's taking place. The first one's going to be August on Lake Texoma. The second one will be in September on Palestine, and the third one, there's only 3 events. The third team tournament championship will be, or not championship, but three-team tournament. And the third tournament will be on Lake Sam Rayburn, November, I think 19th and 20th, something like that. But anyway, if you're looking for something else to fish this fall, that's going to be a good one to fish.
So the RTT tournament trail that was put on, they put it together quick because the ABA was supposed to be Saturday.
Right.
So there's nothing going on Saturday. So RTT put this tournament on. First place, Clayton Boulware and Chris McCall, 5 fish weighing 1937.
Wow.
Second place, Cole.
That's at Toledo?
No, this is Rayburn.
That's Rayburn.
This is Rayburn on Saturday. Second place, Cole Stewart, Marshall Hughes, Cole Stewart again. So he got second back-to-back days.
Yeah.
1894.
Yeah, pretty good weekend.
Third place was 1887. Fourth place, 1743. Fifth place, Nick Abshire, a good friend of ours, 1571. Sixth place was 1480. Again, 5 fish. So the quality is starting to show up on Rayburn more and more. So maybe as the lake keeps coming down, maybe the quality's going to get even better for us.
Right.
So.
Hey, and if you're looking for something to fish right now, I know there's a lot of communities, especially in our region, this East Texas, North Louisiana. They've got a lot of Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, smaller events going on in your neck of the woods. Find them, figure them out where they're at. They're everywhere from Cross Lake to Sibley Lake here in Natchitoches to Black Lake, Grand Bay. I mean, they're all over the place in our neck of the woods. I think Toledo Bend's even starting a big bass deal with the Sealy.
I think they're trying to move back to Rayburn, though.
Are they? But it's been going out of Lost Frontier Park. And but anyway, you can also contact Lost Frontier Park. You can ask for Chase. He is the owner. Chase Collins owns that place. But if you're looking for tournament information, they've got a few things going on there at that resort. Check it out. And it's a great resort, brand new facilities, great restaurant, new cabins. If you haven't been to, it's the old Frontier Park on Toledo Bend. It's been purchased by Chase Collins, and now it's Lost Frontier. You'll be very impressed if you go there. He's done a tremendous job of reviving that facility.
Yes. So. Steve, I want to talk a little bit, kind of a little product spotlight here. We've got a new bait that hopefully we'll be releasing this week, or shipping to dealers this week. It's a bait we've put out there, and we've kind of really been working on for a long time now. The RC Crawl. I got these on the pallet right before I come up here for the show. We've got about 3 colors in right now and hoping to get a couple more colors in tomorrow and the next day. Pallet's going to be coming in all week. So hopefully by the end of the week, we will be shipping this new RC Crawl to dealers. Be on the lookout for this, guys. This is a game changer.
Very innovative.
This is something we have spent a whole lot of time on. Justin Cooper was fishing this past weekend on his bladed jig as a trailer in his top 6 finish there at the Potomac. But it's a really good flipping bait. It's got some different things to it. One thing first, it's got the hook keeper put in. It's a plastic hook, part of the plastic. That's the hook keeper. Really good claws that swim, have a lot of action. If you'll note it, I don't know if the camera can see from where you're at, but it has small appendages on the side that has holes in it. What that allows you to do is if you're ready for a trailer, this bait makes an excellent trailer. You can take your scissors and cut those appendages. It gives you a little cutting line here.
They're perforated.
And you can cut down on both sides. So you cut, and it makes, and I got one here I just cut right before the show, a perfect trailer for whatever you're using. So everybody has scissors in their boat. You cut along that perforated line, and you come out with the perfect trailer. So basically, this is what's hanging off. It's about as versatile as you can get. Excellent little flipping bait, Carolina rig bait. I think everybody's going to be real excited about this. And everybody I've showed and everybody that's kind of already been prototyping it for me has loved it. I've got a lot of really good results off of it. But Be looking this to hit stores end of the week, beginning of next week, and on the website as well.
And I will say this, once he cut this, where it's perforated, actually creates a rib, a whole series of ribs all down the side of this bait that will help move water. I was impressed with it. I really am impressed. This was very innovative. And again, it's a very versatile bait. Can have a lot of uses for you and be a good punch bait. There's just so many different variations you could use this for, a trailer or whatever. Fish it naked, fish it on the back of a jig, whatever. I think it's going to be a very successful bait.
It is. I think you're going to really like it. Again, you can do however you like to fish, whatever you like to do. It's going to be great at Sam Rayburn now.
Yeah.
So I will have it over there going out to Keys Tackle. We'll have them next week. I know if not by the end of the week, over all the stores over there at Rayburn, I'm going to get them to them as fast as I can because this will be a huge bait on Sam Rayburn right now, no doubt about it. So.
RC Crawl. Don't forget that. RC Crawl. Coming to a tackle dealer near you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kevin, is that it?
I think that's it for today.
All right, we're going to wind it up. We said it'd be a short show, and it is. And we thank you for tuning us in. Pass the word along about the program. We appreciate any words, any criticism, or any critiques, or any feedback we can get on our Facebook page. Go to Tackle Talk Live Facebook page, leave a message for us. Say, hey, great show. Like to see you talk about this, talk about that. We're always looking for new topics, so we'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking to sponsor the show, also go to our Facebook page, leave a message that you're interested in sponsorship. Kevin will get a packet out to you ASAP. For this week, thank you for tuning in. If you want to catch more fish, you got to continue to watch Tackle Talk Live. Have a great week, everybody.